Come a little bit closer. It's a big echoey room, so we're just having a chat. This is just there.
Yeah.
So
That's like acting.
Yeah.
That's what we do when we're actors. You forget about the camera.
yeah, we're just interacting. It's just a conversation.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Keep going, know thyself.
So tell me about the character. She runs a bit of a shop in town.
Yes, it's not a bit of a shop. It's called Helen's Antiquities, and it specialises in all things mermaid. I mean, Helen is obsessed with mermaids. Her whole passion and her whole purpose is all about mermaids, but not the fables and the myths of mermaids. She's passionate about real mermaids, and that's why people call her the town nut job and consider her to be very eccentric because she's, like the trailer says, every town has a story and every story has a believer. She's the believer.
Has she seen a mermaid in real life before the show starts?
Maybe you're going to have to watch the series. Scene spoilers.
Okay. How did you get into the character?
Well, first and foremost, I had the advantage of growing up in a small coastal community, so that a big part of this whole show is, yes, we have the fantastical content with mermaids coming to land, but it's a very real town. There's fishermen, there's shop owners, there's businessmen, and in order to make the story work, that has to be very grounded. So that part of my character was pretty much there for me because I grew up in a place called the Bay of Islands in New Zealand, north of the North Island, and that's all coastal communities. And it's like Helen's one of those local characters, like my brothers and some of my sisters will never leave our hometown. They have no need to leave their hometown. So Bristol Cove's made up of those kind of small town folk. But the small town is all based around the fishing industry. It's also the biggest. We have a mermaid parade. You know, I kind of despise those Disneyland aspects of the mermaid culture because to me they're made more than just a fairy tale. But I lost what your original question was.
Well, I'm going to go back into... So, are there kind of like mermaids or things like that in Maori culture?
Actually, there is one. We have, I think every culture has their sea creature. Scotland has the Loch Ness Monster. We have Pania on the Reef, who is a very beautiful, exotic Māori maiden, and there's a whole statue of her sitting on the rock. And she could have had a tail. But if you go back before her, the whole Māori legend is about Maui, who was a demigod, who had to steal the jawbone of the goddess of death in order to fish up New Zealand. And if you look at those two islands, it looks like a mermaid. So it could have been a mermaid. Who knows? Could have been a mermaid. Fished up by Maui. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, played that character. And Moana, he plays Maui Tiki Tiki. That little jokester.
There's because like all the Polynesian cultures, like Maoris, Samoa, Native Hawaiians, Tongan. There is a lot of shared culture between all of those.
We all come from the same migration. I mean, if you look at our ancestors, we were some of the greatest seafarers in the world's history. There's literally this whole migration of canoes came down through the South Pacific, and various canoes settled on various islands, and hence you have the South Pacific. And you have the Polynesian Triangle, which is Hawaii to New Zealand to East Island. Everything within that triangle is Polynesian. So, from my father's side, it's kind of in my blood. It's in my genes. I should have worn my hook, my fish tails.
That's okay.
I'm getting cheeky.
But so when you got the show, did you think how did you? Well, we already kind of chatted about the background. If you were to meet Helen. If you were to meet Helen in real life, would you want to be friends with her?
Yeah. Helen would have been me if I'd never left my hometown.
Okay.
That's how I thought of her. In fact, when I read the script, I mean, just not long before I got this bunch of auditions, I just really put it out there and I prayed. I just said, I just want a role that I'm right for just the way I am. Because I am quite eccentric. I'm a bit left of field, so to speak. I mean, most of us creatives are a little odd.
Sure.
And then when I read the script, I thought, this is it. She's eccentric. eccentric, she's odd, and she's unique. And it's, I'm perfect for this character.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of like exactly what I wanted as an actor, and it's come at a good time in my life. I think, I'm actually excited by the possibilities now that I'm a mature actress. I mean, I'm the old girl on the block in the show, and the first month I was like, when did that happen? When did I become the old girl? But it happens. But I think if I look at this year's, all the best supporting actresses were all my age group. A lot of TV shows out there right now are being held by women of my age group. So I'm quite excited about, this feels like a renaissance in some ways.
I was going to say it's like a...
It is.
Yeah.
Because in your 40s, you're too old to be the chickie babe, and you're a little too young to be the old wise grandmother. So I'm now of the Lady M age, which I think is exciting.
The Dowager Countess. Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
It's a pleasure chatting with
You
you.
too.